Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to Harmony, the Fall of Reverie. It looks like the game did in fact save once I finished this node, so now I think we're gonna head on over to Bliss's pajama party. Bliss's unbreakable egg. Love it. When I return to my senses, I'm no longer on Atina. There's a warm blanket around my body, a soft whisper in my ear, and then a playful voice.
Finally! There you are! What you did back there, that was nice of you. Real nice.
The desert wind fans my hair out in front of my face. It's surprisingly sweet, almost invigorating. The aspiration beside me points to a building in the distance. Faint electronic music seems to radiate from the colorful walls.
Your place?
My crib. Yeah!
Alright. Bliss's unbreakable egg. The world of Bliss lies under a protective shell. Only in this untouched space can she retain her innocence and joy, or so she says. The egg first appeared within the void of the first ages of Reverie, a shelter from the storm of raw nightmares and of old. Bliss was born there from the first dream of Hearth. With the help of the first oracle, Bliss expanded the egg significantly since then, adding more and more gadgets inside and protective devices outside. Oh wow. Inside, it's warmer, cozy but loud, blaring with chimes and chiptunes, and peppy, high-energy music. There's so much going on in here, but I love it.
Pull up a beanbag. Drink?
Do you drink? Or eat?
Do I need to? Nah. Do I want to? Course. Tasty's tasty.
Sure reminds me of Amethyst from Steven Universe. Doesn't need to eat, but does because it's fun. I have to stay focused. Every time I look around me, this world seems completely implausible.
Are you real? Or...
Us lot, aspirations. We're the proof that you lot, humans, exist.
the proof we exist?
Yeah. You exist, so we exist. And if we exist, then...
Humans exist.
And that concludes our segment on philosophy. Try not to think about it too much. I don't.
That's reassuring somehow. Even the gods of this place don't know how it works.
Listen, you just need to see the Augural as a board game. You've got your resources, your goals, your supporting characters. It's just a game. Chillax, enjoy, have fun with it.
Chillax. No, she's deflecting.
Earlier, you said that this was serious. There could be consequences.
Sure, but I don't like the word consequences. Too many vowels. Don't much like vowel either.
Is everything a game to you?
No, not everything.
The aspiration's mood shifts immediately. The room feels a little darker, a little less cheery.
The future isn't. The future is important, vital, and the future, our future, is in your hands.
The Augural.
Aspirations have been around since the dawn of humankind. We've guided you, and we've been guided by you.
We're connected.
More than connected. You exist because we exist. And the other way round as well. If we die, you die. And I don't want to die. No siree.
There's a break, a silence filled by the sounds of Bliss's sanctuary. Enough for Bliss to wordlessly express that she's talked enough.
Fine. I'll explore the future.
Yeah! And have fun with it. I'll be around, listening, chiming in. Unless I'm in the middle of a game, of course.
Of course.
Once outside, I paused for a moment, watching an immovable sun casting its light into the bunker, and it hits me. Aspirations aren't good or bad, noble or evil. They are what they are. All of them. Representations of the fallible, malleable human psyche. Should I join forces with Bliss? Power? Another aspiration? It's up to me to decide. Alright. Whatever's brewing here, it's big. Bigger than my mother disappearing. I step closer to the heart of Reverie. Its blue flames don't seem to burn.
Hey, you still here?
I turn around. Bliss is standing right in front of me.
Didn't mean to scare you. Sorry.
There's more to it than she's ready to share. I can sense it.
This is a lot. Are you real? Is any of this real? Or am I having some sort of waking nightmare?
First, thanks. Nightmare indeed. Second, it's very real, Sprout.
I just need a minute.
It's okay. Really. We're really impressed by everything you've done so far. Soon, you'll be able to see even further on the Orgel.
How far ahead?
Depends on your choices. On who you side with. On what happens.
She's uncomfortable.
I can tell you don't exactly trust me. Even if I can't read your mind anymore.
Let's be honest here.
You mentioned my mother. As soon as I stepped into all this, you knew. And you wanted me to find her. What's going on with her? Do you know Ursula?
Can aspirations breathe? Because if so, Bliss just took the biggest gulp of air ever.
Ursula was here before. In your shoes. In this place. Wearing this necklace. And she tried to do everything you've been doing today, and
She failed.
she wasn't the right person. Why? I can't tell you directly.
For every mystery solved, 2 secrets are added.
Whatever happened, it broke us. It almost ruined Reverie. And we forgot. Our minds, our bodies were twisted and erased.
I turn away from Bliss. A minute. I just need a minute. Today's been a string of stolen minutes, wild concepts, shocking discoveries.
We need your help. And you need ours. There's an aspiration called truth. They know a lot. I mean, of course. If you could find a way to save them, it would mean the world to us. I know it's unfair to ask you to go out there without any more information.
It'll be okay. I understand the stakes. And I'll do my best.
I give her a tentative smile. I need to get back to Nora, meet with Laszlo, search for my mother and this truth. So it seems like Bliss and Power are the only ones who are actually here right now. The rest of them are lost, and I need to find them. And I wonder if it's possible to even find all of them if I need to choose between which ones I save. No time to lose. Select a past node to display an overview of its content. The game is saved automatically after each node played. You can still restart a chapter from the start as long as it has not been completed. This option is available from the pause menu. So that one's locked. I figured most of this out already. Oh. So, what are these symbols? They're like a question mark, a rainbow, a heart. They're just like tone indicators or something. I don't know. Alright, so here we have end of chapter. Okay. This is the act overview. It appears when reaching the end of a chapter. An act is composed of several chapters, each having its own objectives. The act overview is a simplified version of all the chapters composing an act. This is the objective you have just completed by helping Nora make a decision about her future. It is now part of your ongoing journey towards the main pivot points of the story, the outcomes. An outcome represents the conclusion of great events of the future. They are unlocked by the crystals you collect throughout the chapter. At the end of the chapter, all the crystals you have collected are automatically transferred to the outcomes. Unlocking an outcome generally requires a large number of crystals. Did I just miss something? At the end of an act, you'll have to pick an outcome. On the og roll, you can press semicolon, interesting, at any time to access the act overview. Do not hesitate to check it regularly and see your progress towards the outcome you are aiming for. Okay. Semicolon. Oh. Ask Nora about Laszlo Bond Crystal. So. Okay. So I can't see anything here. This is the act that. No, this is the og roll as it's coming up. And this is the act overview. This is what I've already done. Alright, I'm a little confused. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, boy. Okay, so these are the outcomes at the end. A spark of joy. Your return should mean hope, joy. Sadness is what's stopping this place from thriving. And traditionally reborn means this place needs a guiding hand, Harmony, someone to show the way. I mean, I'm interested in bond and power too, but I know that I'm going to need a lot of these crystals. A lot of bliss crystals if I want to go for the one I want. So I don't know. I'll see what my choices are. Okay, so ask Nora about Laszlo or hold off for now. Huh. Okay. Oh, this symbol means that the node will trigger a revelation. Revelations unveil nodes still visible to Polly on the og roll. See the links extending from the icon? They point to the nodes that will be revealed. Okay. So that'll reveal these two nodes? Okay. Interesting. I look up at the sky, the clouds floating by, obscuring the newly revealed stars. Familiar, but unknowable. Beautiful, but ever-changing.
I came out here for like 2 hours last week.
What's in the codex? Siama's Creek. Unfortunately, Alma's only public beach has been closed since the 90s. Because of the toxic water that is dumped into our sea, swimming on this side of the island is strictly forbidden. Since the Green Hills Agreement of 2026, Mono Concern has been hard at work to rid our coast of pollution. It is confident that it will be able to clear our beaches by the end of the decade. A brand new water park near Siama's Creek will create new job opportunities. Construction of them on the park should be completed just as our shores are reopened to the public.
I believe it.
They suck you in, don't they? Especially when the sea is calm and you can see them reflected down there.
What are they? I look over at her, neck craned upwards, a half smile on her lips. She seems calmer. I'm glad.
All right. Time to rip off the bandage. Let's go see Laszlo.
I'll be at your side.
I know you will.
She lowers her gaze from the heavens to look me in the eye.
You haven't seen him the last few days? Full on denial. It's killing me to see him like this.
Sounds rough. But we'll find a way, right? Even if we have to outdrink him with his own imported beers.
That wins me another smile, clearer this time.
They are so expensive. And I'm broke, just so you know.
We walk through the streets of our childhood, laughter bouncing off the old familiar walls. We chat as we go. We're sad that one store closed, amazed that another has managed to stay open. We laugh, a godsend, considering the circumstances. But the further we walk, the worse the flickers get. Bond's Estuary. Oh, is this another place? In Reverie, images of other places, impossible places, reverie. Birds flutter about my head, phasing in and out of reality, and a kindly voice calls my name. And then he's there, in front of me.
Greetings. Oh, did I startle you?
Where am I? Who are you? Another aspiration?
Exactly. I'm Bond. My siblings keep forgetting about me. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Bond, the kindest of the aspirations. Bond is the connection between all things and strength in numbers. Selfishness is a foreign concept to Bond. He lives through the eyes and feelings of others. Bond was once a multitude, but resigned himself to becoming a single being for the convenience of the other aspirations. This is mainly because he needs them to exist and forge the connections on which he thrives. Communication between the aspirations has greatly improved thanks to Bond, and he introduced the concepts of equality and inclusivity to dreams. Oh, I love him. He seems so sweet. And I love that he's doing his little cat's cradle thing.
No. I guess I'm getting used to it. I feel at home, somehow.
Naturally. My path is one of community, friendship, and empathy. My mangrove forest is a place of warmth and safety.
Okay, Bond's Marsh. The once vibrant, thriving jungle has been quiet for a few cycles now. There, wrapped in shadows, swarms of life forms live and multiply. Bond knows each and every soul and secret that dwells within this boundless marsh, and he cares for them all. His mind swims through their energy, breathing new lives each day. Although this cosmos has lost much of its vital energy, Bond kindly watches over it like a shepherd, welcoming vagrant dreams as well.
And I am an excellent host. The journey before you, Harmony, is one with many roads and even more destinations. I am here to guide you towards those that lead to understanding, not conflict.
I know this won't be as simple as that, unfortunately.
Oh, you mean your mother. I know you will find a way to see eye to eye with her.
Fat chance, but sure, let's pretend that's even remotely possible.
I don't wish to keep you. Before you go, I have but one piece of advice. Remain mindful of others. Then your journey may be one of discovery, not destruction.
Laszlo's bar. Before I can reply to this newest aspiration, I blink and I'm back on Atina.
Turns out he wasn't even talking to me. Can you believe it? What an idiot. Well, we're here.
She's right, Laszlo's bar. I give her a reassuring nudge and we head to the counter. I'm sorry for going to the codex. I like to make sure I see them all right away. One of the numerous bars built under tram lines in the early 70s. Run by a colorful bartender for over 20 years, it has earned quite the reputation. Under City Council's Community Enhancement Program, tiny bars such as this one flourished around Atina's tram stations. However, they slowly disappeared in the 10s and were replaced by larger automated multi-story breweries. This bar is among the last of its kind, importing beverages from neighboring islands and coasts. The place hasn't changed at all, except it's a little messier. A lot messier, in fact. But the rest, the ramshackle seating, the sticky counter, the rumble of the tram line overhead, this place always felt like a second home to me. And there, tending bar...
Polly, you're here. I'm so glad you're finally here.
Laszlo. He leaves the counter and comes over. Before I can react, he's grabbed me in a bear hug. My phone jams up into my ribs, and I force a smile.
Oh, well, it's good to see you, Polly.
We give him a little thumbs up.
You look like a strong breeze would knock you over. Are you eating? Here, look, I've got snacks behind the bar.
All right. Laszlo, former nurse and owner of a well-established bar in Alma. Widower of Alex Natalicia, with whom he had one daughter, Veruca Kassar. Met Ursula Beauclair while on duty at St. James Hospital. Was one of the first community members to join her in renovating the Naiads. Briefly sat on city council in the 90s. Became his granddaughter Nora's legal guardian when Veruca Kassar chose not to raise her child. Refused multiple offers from Mono Concern to franchise his bar. Nora rolls her eyes. She wasn't wrong. His smile is too wide, his voice a little bit too loud. Laszlo's a jolly fellow, but this is a bit too jolly for the situation. Why? Okay. Oh, objective nodes have been revealed. It will be impossible to gather the crystals required to complete both objectives. You'll have to make a decision. Will you follow Bliss's path or Bond's instead? Alright, let me see. Alright, Bond. Someone goes away and the community falls apart. Bring it back together. Let it heal in unity. And Bliss. Laszlo is hiding his emotions. You need to strengthen his bonds with the people he loves. Okay. Laszlo opens up to his friends. Laszlo finally talks to Nora. I mean, both of those sound good. I'm thinking that of these two, I like Bond and Bliss a lot, but from talking to Bliss, I already get the feeling that her way of going about things may not be the healthiest. There's a lot about protecting your inner child, and like the description of her egg, it's like a place to shield oneself and like be like blissfully ignorant of like all the bad things going on, you know? And I'm sure that there's a downside to Bond as well, but I mean, I'm looking towards Bond a little bit right now. What's this? Yeah. So, I think I'm gonna go with Bond here. Alright, how do I go back? Okay, I need to choose. Laszlo bustles off to grab some unneeded snacks, sending an errant beer bottle skittling across the cobbles.
What's up with him?
He's been like this ever since Ursula disappeared. It's unbearable. He pretends everything's fine, like she's gonna waltz through the door any minute. Whenever I bring it up, he gets angry. So, I stopped. He has his own way of showing his feelings, I guess.
Okay. Something's afoot with Laszlo, something besides Ursula's disappearance. Okay. And this is all still hidden. With Laszlo fussing about behind the counter, Nora smiles and goes over to chat with some regulars. There are a few faces I recognize, names bubbling up from the fog of forgotten memory. Laszlo's friends. They look older, shrunken almost. Snippets of conversation drift my way. He's not been the same these last few days. What's wrong with him? I turn my head away. I don't need to hear anymore. They're worried too. I need to do something. This is an inevitable node. You have no choice but to play this type of node when it becomes available. Okay. Okay, Laszlo's a pro at avoiding serious subjects. No choice but to listen to him for now. And what are these? Take him for a walk, or Laszlo needs support, even if we want a minute. Why don't you show him the way? Okay. I try to strike up a conversation with him, but he immediately launches into a discussion of almost politics and the price of importing beer. I let him do the talking. It feels good to hear him talk about mundane things.
Did Nora tell you about the storm a while back?
I've seen pictures. How bad was it?
Bit of flooding around the island, but the walls held and the roof barely leaked at home. Nora helped board up the bar. We had a good laugh at all the drowned drones the next day. Spotted some MK folks trying to scoop them up before they floated out to sea.
Competitive drone fishing.
That's a cute sprite. He smiles, and his face relaxes somehow.
The sport where nobody wins.
Okay. Had no choice but to do that. So... Okay, these will also lead to a choice between... Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, oh, there are a lot of things that can be done here. May the sun return soon. You need to have 2 bond crystals for this. And, okay, 2 bliss crystals for this. Okay, so we can still get bond and bliss crystals from either of these choices. Take him for a walk, or a helping hand, show him the way. I kind of want to talk to him on his own, but I kind of want to hear him talk about Ursula too. Okay, I think I'm gonna go this way, but I might do the bliss option that comes up next. This is going to be tough. Laszlo is open and generous, but when it comes to his feelings, not so much. It could be hard to get through to him. I wait until he's busy with a customer to talk to Nora.
Okay, here's the plan. We have to get his guard down, or he'll stay like this forever. And that's no good for anyone. So, it's time for some bar work.
What?
Just follow my lead.
I rise and walk behind the bar as confidently as I can. Nora follows close after me.
Come on, move over.
What are you two up to?
Tending bar. Judging from the state of this place, you can use all the help you can get.
The place is looking a little untidy, I suppose. A bit busy, you know?
Looks like a bomb's gone off, Grandpa.
The nerves on this girl.
But he smiles. The banter's enjoyable after all.
I love you too.
Okay. This means that the next node will trigger a revocation. It will block access to other nodes forever. Select a node with a revocation to see the nodes that will be blocked. Okay. Maybe he can explain what feels so off about Atina. And even if he seems to avoid the naiads, he may have things to say. I mean, I kind of want to hear him talk about Ursula. But if he avoids the naiads, then actually I think I'm actually going to go with the bond option again. I start to tidy up, grabbing discarded bar rags, empty bottles, and stale-smelling glasses. Nora looks at me, confused. I jerk my head toward a pile of dirty bar mats. She starts cleaning up around the bar. I know she was hoping for another kind of family reunion, but...
Got to admit, it's a little strange.
Mm-hmm.
Being back here, on Atina.
Laszlo nods, but doesn't look up from the glass he's cleaning.
Funny how a place can change so much while staying the same.
Oh, absolutely.
He's nodding again, but his mind is clearly elsewhere. Every now and again, he glances at Nora, concern in his eyes. Or is it fear? Whatever it is, this isn't like him. Okay. After a moment of silence, Laszlo places the glass on the counter and arcs his head toward the sky. The light is slowly increasing. The moon's rays are bisected by the tramline above. A breeze flutters his shirt, kicks up dust off the street.
There's change in that wind. Been a long time coming. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But you live in a place long enough, you know.
There it is. My opening's right there.
Not ridiculous. Not at all.
Ursula, she was part of it. Something bigger, something I couldn't see.
Okay, so we're still talking about Ursula, even though we didn't choose the talk about Ursula option.
Scares me a bit, sure.
Scares him? What's going on here?
But you can't hold off change forever.
Laszlo's searching gaze drifts back towards me and softens. All at once, he looks a bit haggard, less sleepless. Less haggard, less sleepless.
Glad you're back, Polly.
We're going to find her.
We have to. MK's pressuring us. They want the Naiads. All.
They want the land, especially.
They don't care about that old building of ours. They want to build a mall or something, I don't know. And we're running dry. But, well,
He shrugs, signaling the discussion is over. Then he zeroes in on his glasses again. It's been a long day, but there are still some things that need to be said. Night has fallen. The place is almost empty, apart from Laszlo's friends and a phone-browsing Nora. A lot of texts. I'm curious, but it's not my place to investigate. At least not now.
It has been a day.
I feel like we've not been doing right by Nora. Like, first we encouraged her to take this crappy job, and now we had the option of, like, helping her, like, bond a little more with her grandfather, but no, we're going for him talking to his friends. So, yeah. Nora's probably not thrilled with us right now.
Definitely a day.
tomorrow's creeping up on us already.
He nods his head at me, but this time it's genuine. There's a faint sparkle in his eyes. His armor isn't gone, but the straps have loosened. It's a start. Alright. Alright. So, Bliss says, too bad Laszlo didn't reconnect with his granddaughter, but I kind of get your decision, so I can't do that. Does that symbol mean, like, oh, yeah, you haven't fulfilled this? But this one is... Yeah, this one has the crystals around it. Laszlo opens up to his friend. He has learned much today. With the help of others, he may grow stronger than he ever imagined. We decide to stay for a while. Nora for the atmosphere, me to see if I can pry off the last of Laszlo's armor. Then I get an idea to get him to talk.
Why don't we grab a drink with your friends over there, Laszlo?
He hesitates for a second before grabbing a big bottle from the fridge.
Sure.
We join Laszlo's posse around the far table, older folks from Atina and abroad. It all feels so normal. Derogatory jokes at Laszlo's expense, talk of the island and of Alma. MK, the new neighborhood they raised and rebuilt. Someone mentions that Ursula fought the construction for years, and it happens.
I need to come clean, folks. Ursula's been gone for a few days. She's disappeared.
This is news to the rest of the group.
I feel responsible. And I'm sorry if, I hurt you.
Around the table, people show their support. Hands are shaken, promises are made to go out and look for her, ask questions. It's all quite moving. And when things calm down, his eyes meet mine. Is that gratitude?
The truth is, I knew it was coming. That something was coming, at least.
Oh.
Things have felt off for weeks. At home. Here. A feeling in the air. Again, sorry to all of you. Nora, most of all. Sorry. I just... It's hard. I didn't want anyone else to bear the burden.
Nora smiles gently, strides to the chair next to her grandfather and leans over. She rests her head on his considerable shoulder. For the first time since I arrived, I see a genuine smile across his face. Okay, the objective nodes may generate consequences that impact later chapters of the story. This will give you access to entire branches of the future and cut you off from others. Keep this in mind when planning your route on the Argyrol. And this is... Okay. 5 bond crystals obtained. and Laszlo spoke openly about Ursula to the people of Alma. Okay. End of chapter. Because of the choices you made when dealing with Laszlo, you made great progress towards an outcome. You have chosen the path laid out before you by an aspiration, but the future might still be in your hands. Outcomes may have greater consequences than objectives. Interesting. Will you stay on the same path, or would you rather change the course of the future? Okay. I think that I will end it here and start chapter 3 in the next episode. Can I zoom in on this now? Yeah. All right. So, I have been Mars, and I'll be back with more Harmony: The Fall of Reverie.